Hi, it's me again. Let's make a Cosmopolitan. Hey everyone, I'm Caribbean Andy. I have 20 years experience working in bars and I'm bringing that back to my bungalow so we can make cocktails together. Grab your Hawaiian shirt and mixing tin and let's get started. Today we're gonna make a Cosmo, which is honestly so much fun. We talked about ginger beer in a few videos back and talked about how, when you talk about cocktails, it's a balance of flavors, and when you're using an ingredient like ginger beer or like cranberry juice, when one non-spirit ingredient is really sort of stealing the show, it's not really what we think of when we think of craft cocktails. But I honestly think that a Cosmopolitan can be made very well, and you really can balance those flavors. And what we're going to do today, this is a recipe. You can Google Cosmopolitan. You'll find 300 recipes on the internet. I'm sure most of you watching this have made them at home, or maybe you're a bartender, you've made them at work. This is how I've come to really enjoy it. And listen, I have made a lot of Cosmos. I have made a lot of fruity vodka-based drinks in martini glasses. This is how I learned to bartend, making things like this. Cosmo was created in the 1980s. There's some discrepancies over who created it. There's also a Cosmopolitan cocktail from the 30s that's gin-based. Maybe it's a riff on that. I don't know, and I don't care. I'm exhausted thinking about the origins of the Cosmo. What we're gonna do is see how I like to make it. And honestly, 90s nostalgia is so in right now. Like, I really think we're going to be seeing a lot of Sex in the City and Urban Outfitters soon. So have your friends over and make them all Cosmos and watch Sex in the City. Or friends. Let's get started. We're going to go ahead and start by filling our glass. We're going to make this in a coupe. It has to be served up. That's the rules. And of course, the base spirit here is going to be vodka. Again, vodka doesn't taste like anything if it's good vodka, so typically it's not what we're looking for in a craft cocktail. But again, oh boy, Cosmo, friggin' delicious. And if you're gonna make them right. You can order it anywhere, but a lot of people are going to make you something that doesn't. We're gonna start with vodka. We're gonna use Smirnoff because that's the kind of vodka I have. If you want to use Tito's, if you want to use Grey Goose, if you want to use Ardent Union, if you want to use Kettle One, whatever, vodka. Don't use a bad one. This is fine. It's like $1. And we're gonna do 1.5 ounces. Absolute Citron is actually the original vodka use in a Cosmopolitan. Okay, I'm fired. In the modern era, we shy away from flavored vodka. And then, of course, you're going to use an orange liqueur. I've said in other videos that December triple sec is fine, and if you're just whipping up like a pitcher of margaritas, it totally is. But in this case, we do want to use something a little bit more serious, so I got some Cointreau just for this occasion. And the major difference between the two of these, I think this is like 15% alcohol, is that right? This is 15% alcohol, whereas this is 40% alcohol. So this is basically like another spirit. Especially, we are only doing 1.5 ounces of vodka, so we want something that is going to pack a little bit of a punch. But at the end of the day, like, this isn't something that shouldn't knock you on your ass after 1. 2 maybe. 3/4 ounce. And then, here's where we're gonna get crazy, everybody. A lot of places might use fresh lime juice. Some places might even use lemon. Or you're gonna encounter places that are gonna make their Cosmopolitans with Rose's lime juice. I don't understand why that product is still being made. It tastes like the inside of a car wash. However, a gentleman by the name of Jeffrey Morgenthaler published a recipe for a delicious homemade lime cordial, and that's what we're gonna use today. And you know what? Let's check that out. Okay, so lime cordial, pretty simple ingredients: limes, sugar, citric acid, a home essential. Also using water. What you're gonna do is zest 2 limes approximately, And you don't even need to get all of it. You can pretty much just zest it until you get bored with one and move on to the next one. That's what I'm doing there. But you want to try and just make sure you're only getting the green part. You don't want any of the white pith. Then once you finish gathering your zest, harvesting your lime zest, you can go ahead and cut up your limes, juice them. And for this recipe, we're going to use 1.5 ounces of lime juice. And the actual recipe, if you Google it, like there's a really precise amounts about the weight of the lime zest and what have you, but we're not super concerned about the precision of everything, at least for today's purposes. You're going to end up with a pretty good product, even if you're off by a few grams. So yeah, go ahead and juice your limes. And then as far as measuring everything out, you're going to use 1 ounce by volume. So you can actually measure your citric acid with your jigger, 1 ounce of citric acid. And then it's 250 grams of sugar. If you don't have a scale, a kitchen scale, you can just measure 1 cup of sugar. Also 8 ounces of water, which you want the water to be hot. It doesn't have to be boiling, but you do want it warm, and that's an easy thing to do. You can do it in the microwave. You can also start warming your water before you start your video, but I forgot to do that, so I wanted to be transparent. Put it all in the blender, blend it, strain it, get all that pulp. Really good video work here. But yeah, just press off the liquid through a mesh strainer and bottle it, let it cool, pop it in the fridge. So we have our lime cordial right here. I made this yesterday and it smells so good. And then we are going to do 3/4 ounce of lime cordial. Lime cordial is also really great for gimlets. It's great for other things. So there's that. And then we get to the star of the show, cranberry juice. Now, a lot of modern cocktail bars might not even stock cranberry juice. Cranberries, to juice them, it's expensive, it's time consuming. I'm not familiar with the time when anyone has freshly squeezed cranberry juice, so your options are typically using something like ocean spray or not having it at all. Some places might use something like a raspberry syrup or a pomegranate juice as a replacement for cranberry. I think in the case of a Cosmopolitan, you have to use ocean spray cranberry. This is also a really great time for me to make a confession. My favorite food is ocean spray cranberry sauce, the kind of the can. The kind that still looks like a can when you remove it. We're going to do a whole ounce of our ocean spray cranberry juice, packed with high fructose corn syrup. You can buy pure cranberry juice that doesn't have any sweeteners. It isn't made from concentrate, but it's also very expensive. So those are all of our ingredients, and now we're gonna shake it. Bar flare. This tastes like Carrie, Samantha, Charlotte, and the other one all combined. Truly amazing. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe if you haven't already. And if you enjoyed the video, could you also hit the like button down there? Thanks so much, and we'll have more videos for you next week.